That moped was going so fast down that hill. I appreciate the people driving mopeds. Shout out to them. It's funny, hilarious, if nothing else. I would drive. Listen, I would get a Vespa if they didn't cost, I don't know how much money. Welcome. I'm Rob. This is the live stream that happens every single weekday. Sometimes on weekends, sometimes weeknights, mostly weekdays. I think next week we're gonna have my friend Darine join me live from France. So stay tuned. I'll keep you informed. We're working on it. Let's get it, Wanda. Damn, she with the new guy. She gets around. Oh no. No, I wasn't alluding to anybody hooking up. If you're seeing the title of the Zendaya and Batman, which Batman do you think it is, Wonder? I want to ask you that. Which Batman? When I say Batman, you say there's only one Batman for me. And it ain't Michael Keaton. He's Beetlejuice. Only one Batman for me. But yeah, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're just joining. And if you like news and commentary, this is the place for you to be. And there's been sightings of Zendaya. I like that she goes by one name. Maybe we didn't know that her name is Zen, last name Daya. We don't know. We don't know. Madonna's full name could be Ma Donner, or it could be Mad Ona. We don't know. We just don't know these things. But I appreciate that Zendaya, Miss Daya. Does anybody know? Does she have a last name? Maybe she was born without one. Maybe she's a feral actor. We don't know. We don't know. Mine is Ben Affleck, but I think she's with the Twilight guy. You got it right, Wonder. I'm going to be very honest. When I said, who do you think Batman is? I didn't even consider Ben Affleck as Batman. I forgot that's how bad of a Batman he was. I don't know what you saw in it. You're probably a Zack Snyder fan. I hate that dude. And his artistic movements, bowel movements. But there's only one, Christian Bale. And there's only one Joker, not Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger. Hello, Groot. I am Groot. Oh my God. Groot's here. Hi, Groot. I'm a little nervous. I love Groot. My goodness. Groot, we're talking about Zendaya. I am Groot. Oh man, I didn't take Groot on Asgard, so somebody's gonna have to decipher it. I'm not really a Batman. I like the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. I hate Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Can't stand any of that. I don't really like Joaquin Phoenix as an actor. Maybe he's cool as a human, but he's acting too hard to be the Joker. That was autocorrect. I like the same Joker you do. Oh, okay. You kind of look like Thor. I've never heard that in my life, but thank you, Groot. It's good to have Groot here. Groot, hit subscribe and the notification bell. I go live and give you news commentary, a genre I've dubbed newsmentary. I'm just waiting for YouTube to catch up and add a genre to the little tab that you see at the side of your screen on the laptops. You did? Thank you. Oh my God, Groot is a subscriber. I can't believe that. I'm kind of fanning out right now. Groot's got to definitely be one of, if not my top superhero. Plus, he's a tree. You don't get many superheroes that are natural, right? Star Wars had all the robots. I like the natural, all organic, antioxidant superheroes like Groot. What the hell, Michael? I give a Michael. Oh, you gotta love when they come in and troll. If you're gonna troll, you better come in with something better than that. Everybody's throwing out the no Diddy right now, Michael. Come on, man. Welcome, trolls. Welcome all. Very excited. We have Groot up in the chat, so appreciate it. Looks cold, Rob. Where you hanging out? Like vacation for a movie? No. So Zendaya, the Batman she's with, you guessed it correct, Wonder. Maybe everyone throw it in the chat. When I say Batman, who do you consider to be the Batman? Not the Batman, the movie, like your Batman. I wonder, because for me, it's Christian Bale. But she is with the Twilight dude, Robert Pattinson. She's in Boston. There was some Instagram. Oh, and I link whatever we talk about. I'll usually link the articles down below in the description if you want to read them after. You have a question, go shoot your local Therian. Shoot. But there are Instagram posts of Zendaya down on Newbury Street, which if you don't know, Newbury Street is like the most expensive street in Boston. It's got all the highly elite shops. And she was at Pottery Barn or observing some artist pottery that was out on the street. And there were a bunch of posts of her. And I guess Robert Pattinson's coming to town because they're filming a movie for A24. Have I seen any famous people in Boston? That's a good question. I'm sure I have. I lived in San Diego for a long time, and that's where I saw most of the famous people. But I was working on radio. I mean, it's hard for, like, do you just mean like out in the wild? I'm guessing, right? Because, like, I met a lot of famous people. Soulless, what's up? But I worked in radio for a long time, so that was kind of like when you're a producer, you book the famous people onto the show. So Christian Bale's probably number one. Yeah. Love the scene with Ben when Superman said his mom's name. He's gonna kill him and he'd go crazy. See, that was the funniest part to me when I seen that. And Ben Affleck, Batman, and Superman, they like had the mom's same name, and somehow that's why, like, that was the chord that struck him, you know, from him. Like, oh Jesus, that would, you know, I don't. That was so hard for me to comprehend. Like, just the mom's name. What was his mom's name? Kim? No, wasn't that Eminem's ex? I don't know. What was the name? What was the name? My name's Rob, the Travel Edits. Everybody hit subscribe and the notification bell. I do a live news commentary, newsmentary live stream every weekday. We're talking about Zendaya and Batman. Which Batman? The Robert Pattinson Batman. Which, by the way, that movie was long, confusing, and just not good. It was emo Batman, which I was really excited for. They had the Nirvana theme in the beginning. They had, you know, Mr. Pattinson. He was going from a werewolf to a Batman, or a vampire to a Batman. He did the full transformation, right? Because he was a vampire, and then he became the Batman. Why did you say that, Dave? Yo, let's get it correct. The best voice done in a movie was the Bane, Tom Hardy's Bane. That's one of the greatest, most defining accents in all of... I finally did see Deadpool 3, which it was good. It was just a big fan service movie, which I appreciated because I'm sure there were a lot of people, a lot of comic Wolverine, Deadpool fans that were so excited for it. And I appreciated that facet of the movie. I think the plot... Listen, let's take a... We're going to put a toothpick real quick in the Zendaya Batman, Robert Pattinson in Boston. Because we have to. It's my hat made of probably cloth. If not, Groot leaves. Travel Edits brought up Deadpool 3. And I just want to say this, because when I was watching Deadpool 3, they keep doing the TVA? The Time Variant Association or something. I don't know what TVA stands for, but the time people with Miss Clocky or whatever. That TVA in the Marvel Cinematic world is so, first of all, it's so dumb, right? It's just like an excuse to cross over whatever. Why did the Heath Ledger have to die? I know, he was the best Joker ever. But Time Variance Authority. Thank you, Fun. Thank you, Fun Channel. The Time Variance Authority in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, to me, just represents like the CEOs. Like every time, like, and I can't watch, like, I really wanted to like Loki, but that time variance stuff was bugging me. In Deadpool, I won't give any spoilers, but the Time Variance Authority is like the spurning plot pusher for the entire movie. Again, I know it just came out on streaming, but the TVA is so horrible. All I can think of is like, this is they've they've creatively woven corporations into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because like the TVA has to exist and the multiverse has to exist, so Marvel can get Wolverine's properties from Fox. That's why like Deadpool's like, he says like suck it Fox, or he rips on Fox and then talks about coming to Disney. And like him doing that through the movie, again, I'm not going to talk too much about, I won't give out any spoilers, hopefully. But Deadpool addressing like the Fox owning the Wolverine character, and Deadpool coming to Disney, and even in the other movies where like the Spider-Man movie, like they had to have the multiverse so they can figure out how to bring in those old characters. And what I've heard is with Venom and that end scene in whatever movie where Venom has to have a multiverse time variance authority thing, like all that stuff just represents like Sony figureheads, Marvel figurehead, Disney CEOs, Fox CEOs, and like how they're all squabbling over the rights, where it just ruins it. It just ruins it. Do you want to build a snowman? I love that. He's like, isn't that Papa? Papa, did you hear me? For real. Groot, are you agreeing with me? With the for real? Look at this dude. Look at this dude, Ample Thought. Ample Thought, are you ever going to create again? Ample Thought's a good friend. And he's a YouTube creator. Go check him out. Go subscribe to Ample Thought. After you click subscribe, or I'll poke you with my toothpick. Deadpool is the streamers, Wolverine is the trolls, and Gambit, the alcoholics, the smokers. Blade was the old people coming out of retirement to get to social media. Listen, yo, I remember watching Blade at my buddy's house before we went out to a rave in Florida. Blade was like cutting edge when Blade came out. I still love Blade. If they made another Blade, I'd watch. Well, aren't they making one with Mashallah Ali? I've been talking about that dude a lot. They should just let Wesley Snipes is the only Blade. It's just like Christian Bale is the only Batman. Heath Ledger is the only Joker. You know? I use minimal thought. I appreciate that, man. You got to sometimes go into these movies with minimal thought. You totally have to. Because that time variance authority, it just really, it just screams to me. Like, these are the corporate entities, the CEOs all squabbling over the rights to get Wolverine into a Disney movie, even though he's a Fox, what do they call it? A Fox, not capital, but he's like a Fox property. They call them properties. That's how like degrading these creative, monumental, iconic figures in our culture are deemed, are referred to by these CEOs. They're property. I hate that, man. And I get it, because like, the creations become your property. But just that it's bought and sold, and the TVA. I mean, listen, go watch DeVito's The Only Penguin, 100%. Ample Thought, coming in hot. It's my favorite country? I don't know. Oh, this is a hard question, man. No, Laura, Rob, if you ask my mom, I would walk around with the trench coat and shades in 90-degree weather thinking it was cool. It wasn't Halloween. Because Blade was like... And I'm going to be very honest, when I saw Blade in the 90s, like when we're watching it on DVDs, and some people probably even had it on VHS, I didn't know that was like a Marvel thing. I thought it was just a cool action movie. I've been a Wesley Snipes fan back since Demolition Man, and what was the other one he did? He did a few around Demolition Man. Passenger 57, Rising Sun. I'm trying to think. I had all these on VHS. I could still see my VHS tapes. Rising Sun, Sean Connery, and Wesley Snipes. I was such a big Wesley Snipes fan. I still have so many DVDs too, Groot. Best country ever to grace the face of the earth. Which one? Canada? I agree with that. Do you know, I was reading the news the other day. Canada figured out a way to give all of its citizens that need contraceptives or insulin, they're doing it for free. So if you're a Canada, you get insulin and contraceptives for free. Doesn't matter if you have private or the national health care. They've figured out how to get it to you for free. No cost to you. That's amazing for diabetics who need insulin. Like, it's just so disgusting what America has done to certain things. Yeah, they don't even promote Blade like a Marvel movie. They didn't. It is free. It's through their taxes, which your taxes, just so you know, Bernard, cough, too. Your taxes are supposed to pay for things within your society to help out the community. That's why we have paved roads and fire departments and shit like that. Um, what if you're half Canadian? Then you only get half for free. Groot. I love Groot being in here. Groot, you better hit the notification bell. You gotta come back more often. And by the way, Groot, hold on to your DVDs. My wife hates that I have a huge DVD collection, but nowadays they're just trying to get us to normalize renting everything. That's what streaming is. They should just call it renting, because you get to rent things. You get to rent these services, but the worst part is you don't even choose what you rent. Like on Netflix, have you ever picked, or have they ever taken a survey of what movies you'd like to see, what cult classics, what off-brand horror movies? No, they don't give a shit. They dictate the terms and you pay to rent it. I understand a lot of people do the original rent for the originals, but this streaming, aka renting, is horrific. Because there's stuff like the movie God Money. If you've ever seen that, that's from the early 90s, and I only had that on VHS. And you could probably find the trailer on YouTube, but it's an amazing rant Marvel. But it's an amazing movie that I couldn't tell you who made it. It was at the same time when I was like buying Clerks on VHS and Mallrats and like all these, like Kevin Smith was like putting stuff out through the Weinstein Company, which he's getting the rights back to Dogma. But there were these small time, movie makers that were, producing these great, weird, offbeat, didn't need to make billions of Marvel dollars, Marvel bucks. Can I get it if I'm messing with a Canadian girl? I don't know. You have to figure that out. Back to the Future. Well, that's the thing. So, and the reason I bring this up, that's why you agree with the purpose of taxes, but the word free in connection with anything funded through tax or worse, through federal inflationary spending is far from free. Federal inflationary spending. Bernard, just go look up, just research profits for any corporation, pharmaceutical to Target. Just look them all up. They've been record highs. So it's not the Fed, man. The Fed is there to regulate and rein in these companies. They just need to do their job. It's just Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'll tell you what, I like Time Cop. But like Groot references Back to the Future, right? And my son loves Regular Show, and they're coming out with more episodes of Regular Show. We started talking about Batman and now taxes. Listen, that's why this is news commentary, okay? I told you, we put a toothpick in the Zendaya. By the way, does anyone know, does Zendaya have a last name, or is her first name Zen, last name Daya? I can't figure it out. I like that she goes by one name, though, keeping it simple. I just go by Rob. Rob Daya. I go by Rob Daya. Or Zen Rabba. The Back to the Future. My son loves Regular Show. Mark Hamill announced he's doing the voice for Skips. They're coming out with like 44 more episodes. And my son, I told him, and he wanted to go back to HBO Max or Max, whatever they rebranded it for tax purposes now. And he wanted to watch Regular Show because they had all 7 or 8 seasons on there, and they took it down. So now, unless you purchase it, again, probably through some streaming service, because good luck finding Regular Show on DVD, you're just SOL, And it's not like you have a choice. Like, they just remove it and put things out. And they mostly do it, like, probably strategically. So, if somebody announces, oh, there's new ones coming out, they make it disappear because hopefully they have the rights to you purchasing it from them. Was full of crap, remember? Oh yeah, Marvel showed us that Back to the Future was full of crap. But Back to the Future, great series. Do I have any Funko Pops? No. My daughter has some Lion King ones, though. Where are you from, sir? Massachusetts. Along I'm Chen. So yeah, Zendaya and Robert Pattinson are here. I don't know if you guys like the A24 movie studio. I absolutely love A24. They got a new movie, Legend of Ochi. I talked about it yesterday. I put the trailer in the link to yesterday's video if you want to go click the trailer and watch it. It looks like a new age, new era Gremlins movie, kind of, not really. But it looks amazing. So I love stuff that A24 does. If you've never seen Green Room, that's another good kind of thriller, weird Pacific Northwest. Just go watch a trailer to Green Room. And A24 has a new movie called The Drama, which apparently it's going to be a romantic comedy gone wrong. Something that a couple before their big day, they figure something out. The drama probably happens before their big day. So I don't know if I'm excited for this movie, but Zendaya, Robert Pattinson doing something for A24 is amazing. And they're both apparently in Boston from the 21st to the 28th. Which, if you don't know, this time of year around where I am, north of Boston in Salem, is atrocious. Traffic, everything, people. There's like 1 billion people that come here. Bright Light. Zendaya sounds better than that whole name Soulless. Don't give Soulless a hard time. SCP, remember to like and subscribe. Show this man some love. Appreciate you, SCP. Appreciate you. Yes, please like, subscribe, and after you hit subscribe, please hit the notification bell, because I do go live every weekday, Monday through Friday. Just can't give you a promise on what time. And I'm trying to get our friend who's in France, Doreen, to come on live next Wednesday. We're trying to see if it works for both of our schedules, because we're getting closer to Halloween, and I want her to talk about some of the hauntings and the haunted locations and the haunted history of France and stuff that she's learned about through her local regions. So if you're into the paranormal, because I love the paranormal, then keep an eye out. You want to hit subscribe and the notification bell, because I will do some promotional posts leading up to my interview with Doreen. Do you believe in the Disney theories? Like how they have an underground layer or some theme park and all the secret designs they put in the movies? Yes. Where like they had all the inappropriate stuff in the movies, and like when the smoke puffs, it's like something wildly inappropriate. Yeah, I think animators threw that in to see if anybody would notice. And I'm saying that as a producer for a morning radio show. I hid some stuff in some intros and outros that I would show some of the guys that work for me and be like, if they ever fire me and this plays all the way through and no one stops it, I said they're going to be surprised. So yeah, 100%. People do that just to see what they could get away with, just to have some fun. I don't know about underground layers. I wouldn't be surprised. I know Disney itself, because I have family and friends that live down there now, by Disney, and essentially Disney itself is like its own town. Like they have their own fire department. So with that kind of money, they probably have a whole secret world where Walt's still alive underneath and he's just a head with a robot body. I gotta go. I'll be back later. Groot, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by and chatting it up. Appreciate you. Great commentary. See, I say news commentary. I'm not the only one giving the commentary. You guys are too. Yeah, why wouldn't I be fun? I mean, none of that stuff bothers me, you know? I don't know. I don't get my panties in a bunch over most stuff. Stuff I get my panties in a bunch over is like, the TVA. The TVA is just the corporate interests fucking pushed into the creativity of the Marvel world. So, you know about Hurricane Halen? Like Van Halen? Hurricane Van Halen? No, I don't. SCP. I do not. Is it a new one? I know that we just had 2. My friends and family have been down there dealing with the fallout from that stuff. So everybody down in the south, Helen. Oh, Helen. I thought you were saying there was a new one like Van Halen. Which they should start naming hurricanes after like rock bands, Hurricane The Darkness is coming because power's going to be out. But big healing and recovery vibes to everybody down there. It's scary as hell, man. People evacuate. I don't know. It just bugs me that like we're not investing. These oil companies have such a hold. Hurricane Kiss, Hurricane the Doors, gonna blow the doors off you. It just pisses me off that like the oil companies and these things, like think about Florida, right? Florida is the sunshine state. You would figure they would be investing so much effing money into solar energy. Everything, the whole place should be solar panels everywhere. I see more solar panels in Massachusetts than when I go down to Florida. You live in North Carolina. I was looking at moving down to North Carolina, and that's the one thing that scared me, the flooding and the hurricanes. You try to figure out like where to move, but Hurricane Metallica. Worst one ever. I hate Metallica. Um, but you think, we would be investing. There's so many jobs to be created. There's so much potential with this new tech and solar energy. And we have wind farms right up the road from me in Gloucester. When we go to the beach, we see these huge windmills or wind turbines, whatever they're called. And they're amazing. They're so cool when they're going. And they don't cause cancer or anything. I don't know any of the conspiracy theorists about that. Um, but it's just incredible that the Sunshine State, and like 10 years ago when I was looking into it, the electric companies basically had a stranglehold where you couldn't even get fucking solar power. Like they were so gnarly, had a chokehold on the government. Which, if you want to speak, it's funny. I had in the news down below, Ron DeSantis's Florida is trying to sue these TV stations that are playing pro-abortion ads on TV, and the judge just had to remark, "Hey, stupid, this deals with the First Amendment. Like they're allowed to say their stuff." So it just shows you like what bad government can do when they unleash their powers. But hopefully, this younger generation, I got a lot of faith in that these younger kids understand, like, yo, we're on fossil fuels. Just the fucking name alone, fossil fuel. There's a finite amount of fossils. That shit ain't gonna last forever. And we need to transition to something. And it would be amazing. Yo, there's solar panels right there on that house. You just think Florida would be cranking out solar energy like nobody's business. All right. So there was a bunch of other stuff that I was going to talk about, but I think Zendaya, and if you guys are in Boston, keep an eye out, especially Newbury Street. You got to look at the hoity-toity areas. So I think that answers the question to Groot. I don't see too many famous people out in the wild. I mean, I see comics and stuff and some of my friends, but not like big movie star celebs. Because if they're coming to Boston, they're going to like where Zendaya was spotted in the article down J 2024. What are you running for, Jay? Of course I can shout you out, brother. Big shout out. But if you're in or coming to Boston, you gotta go. Maybe Zendaya will come up to Salem. Maybe I will see her. I don't know. You never know. But she wouldn't come up to Salem this time of year because they can't shut down anything for celebrities. Like this time of year is money-making time. This is our tourist season where 1 million people come into our town. So, she's going to have to deal with the masses and the huddles and the crowds and the beasts like everybody else. Put ketchup on your hot dogs? Depends, Get some onions, pickles, ketchup, some honey. I like honey mustard on hot dogs. And not like the honey mustard you dip your chicken in. Like there's a champagne honey mustard. It's pretty expensive, so I don't usually get it. But it's really good. And it's more mustard with real honey in it. And it's got a bite to it too. I think that's what the champagne part is. But yeah, I'd rather have honey mustard and some bread and butter pickles, not dill, bread and butter, the sweet pickles. And you got to do it on the top split bun. That's a New England thing. Top split bun with the splits down the top, and you butter both sides and grill both sides. That's my hot dog recipe, SCP. He said, ew. That was funny. Yeah, so honey mustard, bread and butter pickles, top split bun, butter on both sides. And what else would I put on there? That's probably it. That would be a perfect dog for me. Perfect dog. Watched a streamer that was hit by a hurricane in snippets. Yeah, it's crazy. These people go, ooh, to the honey mustard. It's a champagne honey mustard, though, I'm telling you. He's just go back, ooh, ew, ooh, ew. At one point, the ooh will turn into an ew. Okay, guys. I got a bonanza out of here, whatever that means. I got the good, the bad, the ugly out of here. I got the doors out of here. But hopefully you guys will hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Eating a hot dog in 2024 is diabolical. No, because you can get the organic ones. Not the organic, but the all natural. What are they called? Shit. There's a great, like, Turkey Farms. No. God, I can't remember. But you can get, like, good hot dogs now. Like, good. And they taste really good. Like, they're quality dogs. So, Don't shit on the hot dog. That's an ancient art right there. That's the ancient art form. It's probably one of the first things humans made. They were like, we got all these scraps, which we do. Put it in a dog form. Put it in a bun. Some ancient humans lost how to eat them raw. You just start a fire outside. Starting a fire is no joke though. Sugar. I dropped my toothpick again. Oh, come on. With the glizzy in my mouth. Oh, god damn. Where is my... All right, guys. So hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and keep an eye out. Maybe I'll live stream on Fortnite this weekend. If you play Fortnite, hit me up. And join the... I don't know where Solus went. Solus probably out of bounds. But join the Discord. We got amazing things happening in the Discord. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Salute.